Okay, we left off a couple of videos ago on dimensions, and we're going to pick back up and learn a couple of new skill sets. We had dimensioned our make-believe slab or object, and we ended up with something that looked like this. Obviously, we have some work to do because 12.4481 means nothing to the reader of this document. Could be 12 meters, could be 12 inches, 12 feet. We really don't know. And in the field, is anybody actually going to measure 0.4481 to a guy that's got a high school degree? Maybe even worse, he's not going to know how to work with this, so we need to improve on it. And we do that with editing the dimension styles. The shortcut is DIMSTYLE. You also could get to it from the annotate set, and you could modify here. There's also a fair amount of other different dim styles that are already in there, so you can get to it from the menu on the ribbon, or you can type DIMSTYLE, and that brings up the DIMSTYLE DIMSTYLE. It's the same thing. So I'm currently on the standard, so let me just show you how to modify that. You may or may not use that in the future. You may end up with one of your other standards. So we're going to modify the DIMSTYLE. As soon as we do bring up the box, we have additional prompts or menus, so you can change the lines, you can change the line weight, spacing, so forth. Symbols and arrows, right now we've got them set up as closed arrows. You could have them open. There's many other things you could have, right angles, origin, so forth. A lot of times we use this for just making a general note. Text the same way. We have the text height. We can change that. And this is relative to the page size. So if you use annotation, which adjusts based on your scale, it may or may not change based on how you got this set up. Fit, that tells you if you don't have a long leader line. This one's a long, but you could potentially have such a short dimension that the number would not fit in there. So we're really mostly concerned about primary units. Now under primary unit, we have linear dimensions and we have angular dimensions. You will use angular dimensions for your survey work and linear dimensions for this flat type of work. So as soon as we pull down the menu, we have additional options: scientific, decimal, engineering, architectural, fractionals. I'm going to use architectural. The precision is to the 16th of an inch. You can change that. I wouldn't go any tighter than a 16th of an inch. For most of the work we do as civil engineers, 16th is going to be plenty accurate. We could even go to a quarter. While I'm here, I'm going to change my angular dimensions. Remember that you have a precision in your survey class that's going to need to be represented in your work. Degrees, minutes, and seconds is a format that we see a lot in survey. Right now, the precision is set for 0 degrees. You may want to change that. For instance, here's 0 degrees, 0 minutes, down to 0 seconds. This is a whole second, 1/10 of a second. So I'm just going to choose a 1/10 of a second. Hit OK and close. Now I've got a dimension that's readily understandable. 1 foot, 0 inches, 0.5 inches. Same way 5 1/4, so forth. I'm able to work with this.